Welcome back to Black and White. I'm Sheldon.
And I'm Mark. And today's topic is black colleges.
Okay.
Why are there black colleges now? Now wait, let me finish what I have to say.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand once upon a time the segregation, whites here, blacks there, everybody else somewhere else. Got it. But at this point in time, why are there still black colleges? And I'm going to throw this other thing in there. Why can a black child get a grant or a loan or something for college just because of their color?
Well, let me step back and answer that in a couple of ways.
Okay.
Okay. Number one is they're called HBCs, historical black colleges. They were brought out because we couldn't go to white colleges.
Right.
So Howard University, Hampton, Morgan, colleges like that were established so that we could go to college.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was based on segregation. Couldn't go to white colleges. So those colleges have a rich history, and there's no reason why there still shouldn't be the black colleges. Yes, we can get into white colleges now. Yes, everything is more segregated. But at the same time, there's a history that goes along. We have a Supreme Court justice who graduated from Howard.
Right.
And we can name all kinds of different people who graduated from all of these different black historical colleges. And if a person wants to go to a college that's predominantly black, I don't see and it's predominantly. These colleges are no longer
Just
100%
black.
black.
Okay. So do they have do they have a quota? Are they expected to meet a quota like the flip side that a white college would have to at this point?
I don't believe so.
I bet you they do. Especially, I guess if
Because
they're
they're not going to
independent.
get. I don't think that they're going to get
Federal money.
federal money based on that. But again,
See,
I'm not 100%
I would
sure
think,
if it
I would
works
think
in the reverse.
in order to get federal money, you would have to meet a certain percentage. Because that's usually the stipulation with federal. Now, if it's a private factor, if the college is privately funded,
Yeah.
that's a whole different ball game.
Right.
So,
I don't know if I don't think that they get federal funding for that. But again, I'm not sure.
okay.
But it gives again it goes back to the historical perspective on it. And should there be black colleges today? And to the second part of your question, whether or not grants should be, well, grants are given to a lot of different organizations, not just black.
Oh, I know, but again, we're
for
black
that,
and
but-
white here, so
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
because I have friends that went to college, and they got grants and other things like that. They were based solely on their color, solely on their color.
Mhm.
It was something that they could obtain that I couldn't,
Right.
and to me,
To you as an individual, it was unfair, but
Yes.
for the overall and just the lack of being able to go to college especially back in our day,
right,
um,
it leveled the
and
playing
tried to
field.
level the playing field. Yeah, there would be times when, you as an individual would suffer, for something that's
Yes.
bigger than the individual. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
yeah, and actually it did. I couldn't go to a college because my parents, they made enough money where I
you were
couldn't.
sort of
I
in that
couldn't.
middle ground where
Oh,
you couldn't get the
it
financial
was-
aid, but you really couldn't afford the college.
No, and then my black friends are going because of, well, several things.
Different.
Some went into the service, and then they were able to use that, which I could have done too.
Mhm.
Okay, so it wasn't just a black thing. But some of them went to college and got specific things just because they were black.
Mhm.
And I'd sit there and go, oh my God, man, you kidding me?
Yeah.
I can't go because mom and dad don't have enough money to put me in, but they make enough money that, I'm not going to get all these other things.
Mhm.
And then thank God there was a thing called the CETA program.
Right.
And that was there, and I actually was able to go to a community college and learn a trade.
Hmm.
And thank God for that. And then I think Reagan came in and eliminated it.
Yeah.
So, but it's
Yeah.
again,
From an individual standpoint, I can understand how you felt.
but that's what creates a lot of issues between blacks and whites because
But there had to be a period of time where there was a leveling of the playing field.
No,
And
right.
and you know, there's just gonna be that where you fell into that group who, you know, was really affected because you couldn't go, but you couldn't get the program, and you saw
Right.
your friends going who happened to be
Definitely.
African American,
Yep.
and you saw that, you know.
Wait a second.
Again,
Am I allowed to say? Am I supposed to be saying African American or black?
either, well,
Okay.
the name of our show is Black and White.
Ah,
so-
okay.
And I'll flip between the two.
Gotcha.
And if we talk back, go back to the '60s, I think it was Negro. We've been a lot of things.
Oh my God, colored,
Negro, black,
colored.
colored. We've
Yep.
been, yeah, this we're African American. We'll see what we are in 5 years.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But,
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of one of those things that President Obama brought up during his campaign. He said, I understand that there's a lot of white Americans who sit there and go, really?
Mm.
You're giving all this to the blacks? You know, and I guess I fell in that category.
Yeah.
You know?
And even if you look to today and say, should there be historical black colleges?
Yes.
Absolutely, there should be, because it's someplace where we have, that's our history. Well, and if you go to Harvard, Harvard has got their history,
Okay.
you know, and even today, and even take this a little further, even today, you know, when you talk about schools and at the high school level, you know, public schools in predominantly black areas seem to get less money than
Allegedly, yes.
allegedly
Yeah.
in schools in white areas.
Right.
You know, and again,
But
it's
again,
and this is today, and it's not, again, it's still not
It's
equal.
It's one of those things. No, I hear what you're saying. I understand about the money and the funding, and it should be, at this point in time, everybody should get equal shares of everything. At that, you know,
Yeah,
it doesn't
but
make
it's-
sense for it not to be like that.
But it's not happening.
but the black college thing just throws me. I mean, I understand the heritage, and I understand the oppression, and I understand all that. But again, you know, to just push it that it's a black college instead of a college with a black history, you know, to me it's almost saying keep us divided.
Mhm.
Is the take that I get from it.
And it's not really. It's how you want to talk about, how you want to put it as far as semantics go. How you want to talk about a particular college. It's a black historical college. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to say that.
Right,
There are
right,
colleges now that are Catholic colleges.
Yeah, definitely, and
there are colleges that are Jewish.
Baptist colleges
And you've
and
got
whatever,
deaf
right?
colleges, and
Yes,
you've got, you know, and so you've got those historical, and why not? Why can't our college be an historical black college? Because it is, and it brings all of the culture and the history and the richness of our black culture with it.
Okay.
When you go to a Harvard and a Yale and a lot of those places that have their history.
But they're not spun as a white college. See, that's one of the things. That's one.
Yeah, they were spun as a college way back, but they wouldn't take black people.
No,
You know,
I get
so-
that. I
so
get
you
that.
can
I get
say-
that. You had the golf courses that don't allow blacks.
Yeah,
I
and
get all
it's-
that. I get that. But again,
We don't say
you never
historical
hear,
white college because
but-
most
but-
colleges have their white history period,
but that's the thing.
except for the black historical colleges.
And if somebody did say something was historically white, then all of a sudden that becomes racist because you're white saying it's historical and backing it as a white college, and then everybody puts the spin that, you know, well, that's not acceptable because you're white, and